Good day, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. You are watching Zaffageek, and my name is, of course, Bosvark. Where to begin? Let's see. Well, I have been absent from YouTube for a very long time, and most of you are probably wondering why. First things first though, you are watching my Norn Ranger from Guild Wars 2 visiting Vistas, and the song you are hearing in the background is the metal remix of the song Dragonborn from the game Skyrim. And the remixer is Brandon Strader. You can find his remix and other awesome remixes on the site ocremix.org. And if you did not get that, there will be links posted below and it will be shown in the credits. Firstly, my absenteeism from the interwebs. Well, I have recently moved to South Korea and getting settled took me longer than I expected. Why the move to South Korea? Well, it is because I actually found a satisfying job here, and the country is amazing, and it is not South Africa. Yes, you heard it correctly, it is not South Africa. As you might have known, South Africa had its first democratic elections 20 years ago, back in 1994. It was an exciting time to say the least, with the Afrikaner boerevolk fearing for their lives, people leaving South Africa en masse. Basically, they're leaving the country in massive quantities, and the South African youth of that time being promised a better South Africa for them and their children. I was part of that youth. I was 11 years old then, and what positive changes occurred in the 20 years since that key stage of South African development? Well, I know it's a grunting episode, but I'm switching it up a bit. I am pretty sure that if apartheid had still continued, South Africa would not have the internet capabilities it has today. South Africa became connected with the world, partly due to the fact of South Africans fleeing the country, and partly because of said internet capabilities. The internet connections in South Africa still need a lot of improvement, seeing as the common and most affordable connection in South Africa at the moment is only 4 megs a second. Some movies got unbanned in South Africa. Granted, we still had to wait for some DVD releases, but still, we had a good amount of access to the outside world. We started getting more American and British television shows. I was promised a Rainbow Nation, where all South Africans, regardless of color, could stand together and work together for a better country, where everyone would be treated equally, where the possibility of actually finding that pot of gold at the heart of the Rainbow Nation was still possible. What the fuck happened to the promised South Africa? After Mandela, we had Mbeki and Zuma. After Mandela, everything started going downhill slowly, and Zuma essentially turned that downhill into a cliff. If you want just one example of our current president, YouTube the following: Zuma 939 million, and click on the first link you see. Then we have Malema, who once chased away a BBC reporter, calling him a bastard and bloody agent, and that is just one of many fuck-ups Malema made. YouTube the following: Sleeping Around is Sleeping Around. It is the funniest cuck you will ever see, and these people are supposed to govern a country? Since 1994 I have been an innocent bystander in 3 shootings, yes, 3 shootings. Jacob Zuma has 6 wives and an estimated 20 children that South Africa is paying for. He was acquitted of rape and corruption charges. Fuck me, this is not the South Africa I was promised. But let me calm down a bit and get down to what can actually happen. Maybe this time we could get a South Africa we are all dreaming of. I wish that I could have taken part in this year's election, but due to extenuating circumstances I could not vote. I am therefore asking you guys and girls to go vote and be part of the change that South Africa is begging for. And maybe, just maybe, 2014 would be the year that would make me somewhat proud to be called a South African again. We will have to wait and see what happens with the votes. Go vote, julle bliksems, and change South Africa for the better. You have been watching Zaffageek. My name is Bosvark. And until next time, you should have a good one.